It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. Kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now on 2nd and 13. Hurts. Complete. It's Dotson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hurts throw taken in by Ridley here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 9. 40 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
7, Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
They find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Kamara up the middle. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Saints nothing. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 14-yard line.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Patterson's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running the sweep with McLaurin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 66 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. But let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
On second down, ETN once more. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Throwing on second and long. Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now Herbert following the turnover. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Etienne. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded right around the 8. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. With a catch made by Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they do.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material. A give to ETN running right. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and
alert.
at the 17-yard line.
19. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown. Evan Ingram. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Saints 2.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much... He's got a man! Complete! And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good for a Saints first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
To try again after the sack. Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Hot 70.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. He'll find ETN out of the backfield.